reducing balance. The reducing balance is very tricky. You see, the reducing balance is not even your friend. It's not. They tell you, you just as you're paying, your interest is going down. As the interest is, as you're paying, the interest is reducing. But that's what they don't tell you is this: your first payment of the month, fixed was 60,000. It was constant. It was just like that. But the reducing balance will first of all take the biggest chunk of the interest. Let's assume they gave you the same 8 months, and they summed it together, and it was 500,000, or 550, or 520, or 504. Now what they do is this: they take the biggest chunk of the interest, which is like 280,000, the first month. That first month, they'll take 280,000 from the interest first. Now, when they take the 280,000, the next month they will collect like 150 or 180. Or let's say they collect 150 for the second month. Now, first time they collected 280, then they collected 150 or maybe 100,000 from you. Now the third month they collect like 50. Fourth month, before what is going on, let me tell you this. For the first 3 months of that loan, you have paid about 70% of the interest. You see the remaining months that's remaining, all those your 8 months, all those your remaining 5 months, they will now split it. You see, 50,000, 10,000, 6,000, 2,000. They will split it. So they make sure they take the biggest chunk of the interest. So even if you try to close that loan, you're stuck with that loan until that loan finishes. You can, because now you ask yourself, and they say if you don't want to, then you can close the loan early closure. Now early closure requires that, okay, let's say as you're closing, you can say, okay, let me sum up the remaining, maybe you have paid 3 months or 4 months, let me close the remaining 4 months. What you don't understand is that you're taking all their profits. You're taking 80% of it, 70 to 80% of that profit from you. So if now you now calculate it and say 250,000 times 4, that's about 1 million. And then you say, you want to calculate, then you now do the math and say, common sense will now tell you that why would you pay them back the 1 million when you've not made any profit? Let's use this money one more time. Let's use this money some more. Use it more before we can be able to return it back to them. You know what is going on? You are tied down with that same loan, and you pay the complete 8 months, and you cannot easily close reducing balance. You can never close reducing balance. Because if you want to close the reducing balance, you want to be close, like calculating the loan entirely, and then you ask yourself, how much interest? Because you're trying to run away from that interest. The reason why you want to close that reducing balance is because you're running away from that interest. So now, as you're trying to run away from that interest, you come to find out that after calculating the remaining 4 months that is remaining, and you check the interest, they've already taken out of the 500 and something thousand, that is the interest on the total summation of the loan, they've already taken probably 350 or 350 to 380. And then what is remaining? From 504,000 or so, and they've taken 380, or they've taken 380 to 400,000. Is it because of 104,000 that you will now pay that exorbitant remaining amount of money? Your mind will now say, don't need to go. Let's complete the business. Let's finish it. That is how you keep on doing it. Keep on tying yourself down. Once you entangle yourself with loan, coming out from it is something you find in life. It's one of the hardest things to come out from. As I don't even advise anybody to go into it. Loan is not even your friend. Now, as a businessman who is actually doing well, I want to clear this. This video is going to be a little bit long. I'm going to split it into 2. So if you see this part, you have to need to see the second one to complete it. Now, as a businessman that is doing a business, this is where this thing comes in. If people say, my goods just came from China, like an importer, and my goods just came from China, you now say, let's go and collect loan from the bank to clear the goods. Let me tell you what happens. So now, let's assume your goods come back. You go to the bank and you go to request for 2 million to clear the goods. Bank will ask for collateral, and then you tell them you have a car, or they come to your shop. They say, okay, you're well to do, you have the goods, you have the money. and able to provide the evidence that you want to clear this, they can say, okay, fine, 3 million, we'll give you. But there's something you don't understand. See, this is where another trick comes in. If you collect the 2 million to go and clear the goods, let's assume you cleared 300 pairs of shoes, like this. You cleared 300 pairs of shoes, something like this. You cleared 300 pairs of it. Now, this is where it comes in. You cleared like 2 different designs or 3 different designs, 300 pairs. That's how we do it. Now, the thing is this: you will want to pay the loan, but I will give you an advice. If you want to, let me give you advice before I conclude. If you want to collect the loan to clear any goods, do not go for reducing balance. If you go for reducing balance, you're finished. Go for fixed balance. If there is no option, there is nobody in this life to give you money that you're going to pay back immediately, go for fixed interest. If you go to fixed interest balance, the one that doesn't reduce, the one that if you're paying 60,000 for this month, it's 50,000 you're going to pay for the next 6 months you're collecting it. Or the one you're paying 80,000, it's 80,000 you're going to pay till the loan elapses. Take that one. Don't go for reducing balance. Reducing balance will take the first 3 months of that loan, they will take 70% of their interest. But if you want to take the fixed interest. The fixed interest is better for you, but I will still advise you, don't go for it. But if you don't have any choice, go for fixed interest. The one that you say, okay, they said, oh, for example, you're paying 100,000 for interest for the next 6 months or 7 months that you're taking this loan. Take that one.